Hey, thanks for tuning in. So, I launched my campaign because I was recently invited to attend a month-long creative writing workshop in the heart of Paris in the 6th arrondissement. But before I get into the details, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about myself. So, I am currently a senior in the creative writing program at Lake Superior State University, and I quite literally share a border with Canada. So, if you're a travel writer and you don't mind the harsh winters, this is a pretty perfect spot to live. So I began travel writing about 3 years ago when I was 19, and since then I've been able to travel to countries like Nicaragua and Scotland, and I've fallen in love with long form travel narrative. I think it's a beautiful art form, and I'm always obsessed with reading the New Yorker and National Geographic for articles like this. But the only issue is I've never really been able to study under a master or anyone who writes it, although I've had some fantastic professors in my life. And that's where this really changes. So, what's special about this writing workshop is that they have some incredible talent teaching these courses. One of the lecturers is none other than Rolf Potts, author of Vagabonding, and he's also written for National Geographic and The New Yorker. Um, so, I first discovered Mr. Potts in 2013, and I really fell in love with his writing style, the way he approached the philosophy of travel, and also all of the profiles he did of of people who are traveling, who are teachers and engineers and things of that nature, and just showing the light on them for the innate nature within us to just want to travel. So as soon as I discovered him, I really decided that I wanted to take the plunge and chase after him and become a travel writer myself. So it's safe to say that he is my largest hero as far as travel writing goes, and just the thought of having the chance to directly to study under him would be incredible. But there's also, like I said, there's fantastic professors there as well outside of Mr. Potts. All right, so if this project is successfully funded, then I'm going to start off by paying the $300 that I need to pay in order to claim my spot in the workshop. And then from there, I'm going to find rooms that I can book off Airbnb. I'm going to brush up on my French, so parlez-vous français, and try to keep down my excitement. At the end of June, I'll fly to Paris, and the next month will just be dedicated to practicing my narrative voice, story structure, and more within my own writing. And I'm definitely going to be taking the chance to eat as much French food as I can. At the end of July, beginning of August, I'll fly home and use those skills that I just picked up for graduate school. I would be so honored if you could please contribute anything that you're able to, whether that's $1 or $100 to help me reach this dream of mine. If you can't afford to give me any money for this cause, then please at least share this on your Facebook page or give my status a like if you see it. So, because without your support, I won't be able to take advantage of this once in a lifetime opportunity. So, out of the $5,000, the funds are going to be used for airfare, which I expect to be about $1,300. Living expenses, such as a room off Airbnb, and meals, which will probably be around $2,500. And my tuition is $4,600, which hopefully, if I only get the $5,000, then hopefully I'll be able to use some loans to cover, or I'll get some other grants. So it's important to remember that Hatch Fund is a 501c3 organization, which means your donations are all tax deductible. It's exactly like giving to a charity. If this project does manage to get overfunded, then instead of pulling out the loans that I would for the tuition, then I would just be able to use the funds towards my student debt. And it's important to remember that this is all or nothing. So if I don't raise, so let's say I raise $3,500 out of that $5,000, and my deadline hits an end, then I won't get any of that $3,500. So it's all or nothing. It's $5,000 or above, or I'm getting nothing. But I'd really like to thank you for taking the time to view this. And if you contribute, thank you so much for your support. Have a lovely day.